Hello everyone, it's Wendy again, but you knew that. This is the second video in a three-part series that is about learning how to use a past timeline and a future timeline. And this is actually an NLP process that I learned in my hypnotherapy training long ago. I changed it a little bit, added to it, and made it a little bit more maybe intense of an experience. The things that you want to do to change something dramatic in your life, something is keeping you stuck, holding you back. It's a fear that you have. Your subconscious mind knows where that came from and how that developed. You might not know it consciously, but your subconscious does. So when you go into the timeline of the past, you take this journey, and I ask you to float over this timeline and just let your inner mind take you back to the time when you felt that feeling. And when I talk about that feeling, it's the feeling that you have, like let's say you have a problem with confidence and you feel really scared in a group, you don't do well with trying to assert yourself, people can kind of bully you, or you're always getting your feelings hurt. You need the confidence, but your brain doesn't know how to activate the areas that would give you confidence. Your subconscious mind doesn't have any experiences of being confident. Does that make sense? Shake of the head. So what I do is I take you into this past timeline and I ask you to let your inner mind guide you to a moment in the past where you learned to be scared, or you learned to be shy or timid. And I would ask you to drop right down into that timeline of the past and just notice what you're experiencing. Notice how old you are. Notice what's happening around you. Are you alone or with other people? And did something just happen that made you scared or not trust yourself or not believe in yourself? And then we resolve it. And the way that you can resolve it is by being aware of it, first of all, because now you've brought this memory that was deep in your subconscious, you brought it out as a conscious memory now. So now you can do something with it, and you can decide, I want to leave that in the past, and you're going to learn a positive lesson. So what is the positive lesson? That's something you're going to discover when you're in that past timeline. And you float back up. This is a short version of the description of it, but you float back up and you bring back with you whatever the new knowledge is that you got in there, and also knowing that you can leave that event in the past. It no longer is a part of you. And then you open your eyes, refresh yourself, and you go have a little cup of coffee or whatever. I don't know. So there's obviously no script here for this. Okay, so then you're going to do the future timeline for, let's say, confidence. Maybe you need confidence at school, or you're taking a new class, or even your child needs confidence, or you need confidence around other people. Or like I started going to Toastmasters a few years ago. Even though I was already a speaker, I wanted to be really, really good. I was scared at Toastmasters to get up and speak. That's nuts. So I kept going, and I imagined myself as vividly as I could in the future being a magnificent speaker. And then I would go into Toastmasters with the imagination that I had created of seeing all these people that are around me and having the challenges that they give you, and doing these things called table talks, which are impromptu and you have to think right on the spot. I had already imagined myself successfully doing that. So the confidence built up because I did that, made it as real can be, and I took that feeling with me. Now, if you're going to become more confident, you're going to have that experience to take with you when you're meeting new people, or you're going somewhere for an interview for a job, or whatever it is you need to do to have confidence. Make sense? Okay, so you can try this on your own. It's much nicer and more effective if you let me guide you through it. And of course, if you watch the first video, 30% off the future timeline, past timeline. It's called Timeline Journey, actually, and there's a link there. So for 30% off, use the code It's Time, ITSTIME, It's Time, and you get 30% off. Now, what I didn't tell you yet is something really cool about what you can do in this future timeline, but I'm going to tell you in the next video, okay? So make sure you open the next video, because it's a really, really awesome experience. It's my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next video, and just go to the link and grab that program while it's on sale. Bye-bye.